ハイペリオン号一行は全文明の遺跡海縁城へとやってきました。失われたデザイアジェムを求め海縁の目を使い漁師の海への侵入を目指すことになります。しかし作戦前夜、アインシュタイン博士が襲撃を受け行方不明に。同時に海縁の目も原因不明の暴走を起こします。デザイアジェムを取り戻すためブローニャは漁師の海へと飛び込んだのでした。ブローニャ、作戦地点に到着。
僕はヨアヒム。君の名前は？
I'm Jochin, and you're
ブローニャと言います。
Bronya.
大きいワームホールから
I saw you falling from a huge wormhole.
君は
You're from the outside world, right?
人間な心配しないで。
Don't worry.
君が漁師
You're only in the Sea of Quanta for a while. You can still make it back.
ご心配ありがとうございます。
Thank you, but Bronya is not going back.
ブローニャは
Bronya is looking for something lost in the depths of this
それ
sea.
が漁師の海。
君
You're heading deeper into the Sea of Quanta?
あそこは危ないから
That place is dangerous. You shouldn't get too close.
漁師の海の危険
Bronya knows the risks, but she must press forward.
どうして
ここは現実と可
This
能
is a rift between reality and possibilities, a dimension of imaginary theories and actual existence.
他の人が迷い込ん
I'm standing vigil in the vast labyrinth to stop people from going deeper.
やっぱり諦めた方
Walk away. You can't simply enter the Sea of Quanta.
資格が必要だから
You must pass a test.
無条件射殺許可確認。ファイヤーファイヤー
Oh right, I have a new Bronya. Forgot about that. What were the other goals? Ultimate ones? Okay. That shouldn't be difficult. Okay, all goals have been completed. That wasn't even a test. Oh, that might be a test. Eat laser.
秘技準備完了。
Stop walking toward me.
ファイヤーファイヤー
Alright. I think I passed your little test, Joe.
装備回収完了。この怪物たち
Did you summon those...
あなたが召喚したのですか？
Did you summon those monsters?
それらは
The shadows of the sea, projections of your cognition,
認識の投資
spawns of your memory.
この空間にいる
This world can manifest your innermost desires and thoughts.
僕の意志とは関
I had nothing to do with them.
係
Know
君は漁師
this.
の海に近
The
づく
shadows grow stronger as you approach the sea.
武器がそれらに与えら
Real
れる
world weapons can only
ダメー
do
ジ
so much, but you seem to wield powers capable of defeating them.
重装ウサギの
Are you talking about Project Bunny?
重装ウサギ
Project Bunny? A cute name
名
indeed.
前だね。その力も漁
Its
師の
power
中
is
から
drawn
来て
from
い
the
る
Sea of Quanta, and you have yet to unlock its true potential.
でもそれは
But that will be a topic for another day.
漁師の影は
The quantum shadows failed to defeat Bronya. Is she now qualified to enter the sea?
漁師の
君は特別だ
Your
ね。
past has tempered your will and resilience far beyond that of a child of your
それが
age.
君強い人ほど
But strong individuals tend to have a vulnerable hole in their heart.
ブローニャ
Your trials have just begun, Bronya. What?
君はもう一つ
You will be sent to another
こ
world.
ことは全
A
く
different
異なる
world.
世界に行くんだ。気をつけて。
Be warned.
過去の迷いや
Your past losses and pains will be your worst enemy.
その世界で
Give me your answer in that world.
聞かせて。
秘技解禁。
Alright.
敵の
Looks like we're going into the sea.
任務完了と判断しました。
Let's see what this is gonna do to Bronya. She's been through so much. Oh, okay, so this gives you like little... Okay. Little tidbits of information of what's happening in the story. That's interesting. Ultimate, 40 hits and 8,000 damage. Oh, hi Fu Hao. I wonder why she's gonna be here.
Bronya? Bronya? Bronya?
What just happened?
ここは
What is this place?
ここで
ここは聖フレイヤ学園1
St. Freya High School. Year 1, Class C. Wednesday morning, Season 2, English Instructor Himika.
ブローニャ
Bronya, I'm disappointed. I didn't expect a good girl like you to sleep in class.
期末テストが近い
I know the finals are coming and everyone's working hard. But do remember to sleep, girls.
万が一試験
Your
中に眠ってしまったら
Invigilators will definitely not wake you up in the test. And class laughed as it sounded like they would do when Kiana gets caught dozing off. It was a familiar voice Bronya hadn't heard in far too long. Himeko?
姫子少佐
She bowed her head down quickly, covered her mouth, and tried not to tremble. Reason told her that she must rein in her emotions.
ブローニャ
Bronya?
そう重く取
It's alright, sugar. Just try to stay awake in class.
気をつけなさいね
Himeko was rather surprised by Brionya's reaction. Bronya tried to calm herself.
もう一つの
It's another world.
全
A
く違う
totally different world. I'm going deaf. Jesus. Stop.
今日の授業はここまで
There goes the bell.
次は実践
Time for the morning combat training.
中庭に
Gather to the
集合ね
courtyard, girls. Brionya arrived at the courtyard with the rest of her
似
class.
ています
Looks the same.
中も
The place is just like St. Freya as I remembered it.
そっくりですでも
But she looked at the center of the plaza. Two familiar individuals were talking to each other.
姫子先生、皆さん揃いました。
All students have assembled, Miss Himeko.
今日は自由訓練よ
Get in the groups of 3. Warm up and go for some free sparring. Try not to get injured, girls.
違います
Niet.
ここは
This isn't
現実
real.
じゃありません
Brionya must figure out what
頑
happened.
張っている
ブローニャさん、
Brionya?
どうしましたか
Fuha?
委員長
よろしければ
Would you like to join my group? Brionya looked around and saw that the rest of the girls have formed their own groups.
はい
Ah,
問題ありません
Bronya shall join.
私も入らせてもらうわ
I'll tag along as well.
姫子先生
Miss Himeko?
私一人で
Try
あ
not.
なたたち二人
Try
の
to take me down, girls. Indeed, teamwork becomes more important against an unbeatable opponent.
先生の提案を受け
I accept your challenge. Are you with me, Bronya?
ブローニャもどう
Brionya does not mind.
システム警告
Ow! I even have my old equipment.
目標補足ファイヤー目標ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー
No, no, no.
目標補足
Nice try.
目標ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤーファイヤー射撃開始
I'll just take those. Don't mind me. And dead. Taken care of.
素晴らしい
An exciting battle. Good job,
頑
girls.
張ったわね特にブローニャ
You surprised me, Bronya.
私と模擬戦なんてした
I don't think we ever sparred before, but you seem to know my every move.
素晴らしい才能だ
You showed some great moves. I hope to see you in the real mission.
さあ橋の方
Time for a
休
break.
憩しましょう
Thirsty?
何
It's
か
on me,
できること
girls.
ない
姫子先生、
Miko sensei, you're holding.
そう
Well,
授業中にお酒は
please refrain from drinking in class. It might affect the students.
少しだけだし。
This won't get me drunk.
ダメです。
It's against the rules.
あと数分で休み時間だし。
We're only several minutes away from break time.
ダメです。
It's against the rules.
それに、午後
You're
の
teaching an afternoon class. You can't drink during lunch. I'll be watching you. Himeka collapsed onto the bench while Fuhao gave a faint smile. The scene felt familiar and alien at the same time.
ブローニャさん、どう
What
し
is
ま
it,
した？
Brionia? You look a little pale.
少し優れないようです。
いえ
Brionia is alright.
大丈夫で
疲れてるの？
You seem pretty tired.
眠りしてたし。
Did you fall asleep in class?
無理しなくていいわよ。
It's perfectly fine to opt out. Here at St. Freya, no one will force you to do anything.
強要したり楽にしなさい。
Relax and treat this place as your home, and us as your family.
ブローニャは疲れています。
Brionia is not tired. She still has strength.
もう少し
Brionia wishes to continue training.
姫子先生や
Brionia treasures every moment sparring with Miss Himeko.
ブローニャ。
Brionia?
ブローニャさんのお願いでしたら。
And it would be a shame if Brionia were the only one sparring.
こっちにも断る理由。
I don't suppose I can back out now.
姫子先生
Miss Himeko,
委員長
class monitor. Brionia is ready.
任務完了です。
Alrighty. That's a lot of rewards. Fantasia. Dr. Einstein postulated the existence of bubble universes in the quantity. Multiple realities overlap in the bubble to create a great surreal world. Brionia thought she would arrive at a strange alien place. She was surprised to find herself in a place where it began, St. Freya High. It felt so familiar, yet different as well. Could this be one of her fantasies? Alright. This one should be even easier. However, this one looks like it's gonna take us to her orphanage. After the same day, the same classroom of St. Freya.
今の状況を整理
It's a little
しましょう
different from the real world.
ここはセーフレ
It is St. Freya High, but not the one Brionia knows.
姫子少佐も委員
Himeko and Fuhao felt somewhat different, and Brionia couldn't find anyone else.
漁師の海は
Dr. Einstein said the sea is a confluence of parallel universes. Did Brionia enter one of them?
では
What exactly does Joe Chum's answer refer to? God, the bell! Jeez.
情報が足りません
Brionia needs to gather more intel about this world.
施工後の講義
The
は
next class is history. Brionia might be able to retrieve useful intel from it.
あら、今日欠席してる生徒がかなり多いわね。
Oh dear, too many students failed to show up.
授業を始めるわよ。
Alright girls,
みんな席
get back to your seats. Prepare for the... to get some history. What?
今日は前回の
We'll start at where we left off last time and talk about the second eruption.
ブローニャ？
Huh? Brionia, why are you staring at me?
ブローニャは
Brionia is acutely interested in history and does not wish to miss any historical facts.
見逃したくない
そう。
Indeed, the epicenter of the second eruption was where your home was. How much do you know about the disaster, Brionia?
第二次崩壊は
It emerged from the Babylon labs in Siberia and developed into the worst cataclysm known to humanity.
第二次崩壊で
The eruption gave birth to the Herrscher of the Void, bringing unimaginable suffering to humanity.
よろしい。
Good. You've been reading, I can tell. There are a few minor mistakes. In fact, Skishel mobilized quickly, minimized casualties, and neutralized the Herrscher within 22 hours. Skishel's quick response prevented the disaster from escalating further.
まさか
What? Alright, let's review some video footage taken from that event.
指示を無条件
Hello.
射撃開始
They're just going at it, okay.
目標捕捉ファイヤー目標捕捉
Why is Brionia here? Oh, also May and Kiana.
ファイヤー目
Lots of weird historical footage.
目標捕捉ファイヤー目標捕捉ファイヤー
And of course the text is scrolling by too quickly, so I can't read it out, sadly.
ファイヤー目標捕捉ファイヤー
Basically talking about how the second Hersher came to be.
目標捕捉ファイヤー不安かも
Hmm.
無条件射殺許
Oh, hello, robot. When disaster struck, immediately remaining branches were deployed in hours. Just keep running into it, I guess. Oh, jeez, that's a lot of mechs. Okay.
目標捕捉ファイヤー目標捕捉ファイヤー目標捕捉ファイヤー目標捕捉ファイヤーボイドエクスプロージョン
Alright, and taken care of.
地形を観察中
この戦争で2つの力が戦局を左右した
Two forces were instrumental in the Second Honkai War.
一つは天命
Next developed by Skishel North America, first deployed in the war with performance on par with the Valkyries.
2つ目は
The second would be the squad Snow Wolf, led by S-rank Valkyrie Cecilia Schnarek.
彼女たちは律者と戦い
While fighting the Hershers, Valkyries also helped evacuate many civilians from the surrounding cities.
彼女たちの努力が
Their efforts helped us recover quickly from the eruption.
痛みは各有私も
I was one of the many people they rescued back then.
でも崩壊が収束
After the war, the Snow Wolves were charged with disobedience. Skishel never gave orders to evacuate civilians.
でも私から見ると
But I happen to disagree.
間違っていない自分で判断も
Valkyries must be given the privilege of judgment, or they'll end up like as mindless tools.
それについては
I trust everyone shares this belief, or you wouldn't have signed up for this institution founded by Lady Cecilia.
作った学園に来た
As thunderous applause echoed in the classroom, Cagolia beamed with pride and delight. Class is over already, apparently.
今日の授業はここ
That ends our session today. Remember to study for the exam. Class dismissed.
ブローニャが知っている歴
This
史
is not the history Bronya knew.
カカリアお母
Oscar
様が
Cagolia, a Valkyrie? The students were gone, leaving only Bronya and Cagolia in the classroom.
カカリア
Master,
先生
Miss Cagolia?
どうしたのブローニャ
What is it, Bronya?
先生は
Why did Cagolia
どう
become a
してバ
Valkyrie?
ルキリーにな
I got you interested with that speech, didn't I? Cagolia gently patted Bronya on her head. Indeed. Why did I do that?
先生もそ
I
れに
used
つ
to be
いて考え
confused
て
about my choice.
私は
I grew up in Siberian orphanage. Survival was all I could think of.
こういう子供は北の
There
方
were
では
plenty of other orphans like me in the
私と同じよ
northern
うな孤児を
wastes.
何かしてあげたい
I wanted to do something. I thought about joining the army and to protect them or building an orphanage.
でも先生は
But Miss Cagolia became a Valkyrie.
気づいたの
Yes.
どんな道を
There are many other ways to provide bread and shelter for these children.
でもバルキリー
But there are things that could only be provided by Valkyries of St. Freya.
それは
Things like what?
希望と
Hope and freedom.
これは
I learned that from the Principal Cecilia during the war.
カカリア先生
Miss Cagolia reminds Bronya of someone familiar.
とても似ています
Familiar, but still different.
ブローニャ
I know a bit about your unpleasant past, Bronya.
過去にどんな
But
こと
put it all behind you, dear.
ここはセーフレイ
This is St. Freya High.
昔のように
You won't have to take orders from anyone.
この学園で思いっきり
Explore the campus, make new
友達を
friends,
作って
and think about your
自分の未来
future.
を想像していいのよやりたいことを
Just
心の
follow the voice in your heart. You're free
自
here.
由なんだから。
Bronya did not know how to respond. There was an awkward silence. The classroom door suddenly opened.
カカリア、今
You're busy, Cagolia.
どうしたの姫子
What is it, Himeko?
前に本部からもらった
It's about the HQ mission.
難しい内容
Looks easy enough for us students, but we must act quickly.
生徒を含めて
How many girls are ready for deployment?
いるのかしら。
And that includes our students.
4人よ。
4, including those you just recruited.
ちょっと少ないわね。
We need a few more.
それは少し難しいわ。
Most of our instructors and senior students have already been deployed.
あ、そうだ。
But I think there's someone suitable here.
本人もうずうず
He
してる
seems eager to try as well, right, Brionia?
ブローニャが
Brionia? Cagolia turned her head around and found Brionia watching them. She obviously heard their conversation.
ブローニャは
Brionia is confident. Include Brionia if you need another Valkyrie in the team.
もちろんいいわ。
Alright, welcome to the Squad 5 of the Far East Branch, Brionia.
突然で申し訳ないけど。
It's an emergency and we have to set off tonight. I'll give you the mission briefing. Go and prepare.
ブローニャは万
Ah,
全の
Brionia shall prepare. Cagolia nodded and left the classroom with Himeko. Brionia stood there and thought about this world.
過去の痛み
Pain and confusion of the past.
ブローニャにとって
Brionia can only think of one person.
ある人がカリア先生
Brionia might find
そ
out
の近くに
what she is looking for around
ブローニャの探し物があるか
Cagolia.
もしれません。ここは
This place is not real.
執行命令なし。ブローニャ警戒モードに移行。
Evening front gate of Saint Freya.
ブローニャ。他の
I'll
メンバーを
introduce you
紹
to
介
the squad members, Brionia.
まずは姫子
This is
先
Miss
生
Himeko, Fuhao, your class monitor.
あなた
カカリア先生がおっしゃっていた新メンバ
I'm
ーは
relieved to know that Brionia is our new squad member.
あともう一人。
There should be one more person.
まだ
Is she late?
ごめんなさい。遅くなりま
Sorry I'm late.
この声。
That voice. Is it... Oh, it's Stile.
一体
Stile.
どうしてゼレが
Interesting.
指示を敵全員沈黙これより帰還
Something tells me that something bad's gonna happen to Seele in this alternate universe, and it's gonna cause Brionia to break down. Unexpected encounter. The instructor for history turned out to be Cagolia. The anti-entropy enforcer ended up as a Valkyrie and Saint Freya high teacher in this bubble. This is just the beginning of many surprises awaiting Brionia. Gishel still held on to the North America branch. The second Herrscher was defeated as soon as she entered existence. Cecilia founded Saint Freya High, and both Cagolia and Stile became Valkyries. Tiny differences literally changed the history of this world.
ブローニャ作戦地カカリア先生
I'm really sorry, Miss Cagolia. I shouldn't be late.
遅刻するとはね。
But you are late. What happened?
準備に
Preparing for the mission took longer than I thought. Don't worry, it's done.
ならいいわ。
It's alright. This is Brionia, our new squad member. She's a little older than you.
ブローニャ
Brionia. Stile studied Brionia with great curiosity. Her ocean azure eyes were just how Brionia remembered them to be.
ブローニャ。
Brionia, this is Seele.
少し人
A little shy at times, but still a good girl. You'll be good friends.
はじめまして
Hi, Brionia. I'm Seele.
はじめまして
Hello, Seele.
ゼーレ
戦艦の到着まであと数分。
Our transport
みんな準備はいいわ
will
ね。
be here in a few minutes. Get ready.
ブローニャは
What do you expect, Brionia?
期待カカリアお母様
Ashka became a Valkyrie. There is no orphanage, no X-10 project.
つまり
Seele would have been a normal girl in this world.
ブローニャは
Brionia should have guessed.
分かっていた
Ready then? Let's get going.
目的地に着きました。
We've arrived. Let's go over the mission again.
3日前に
A convoy from the HQ was ambushed 3 days ago. We suffered 0 casualties but lost something valuable.
この襲撃は
This attack may be orchestrated by the secret organization known as Anti-Entropy. Anti-entropy? Anti-schedule group, but by the schedule trader.
その行動は慎重
They're
なもの
careful,
ですが
but we've picked up their tracks.
情報によると
Our intel says the missing asset is kept somewhere nearby. An intel dealer codenamed Argent Fox. Argent Fox? Is this anti-entropyist? Not likely. More like a local gangster boss. But commanding powers far beyond that. Maybe not. I think Argent Fox took the asset to sell it to AE for a good price. Well, time to meet this sly creature. Himeko, Fuhao, and I will be paying the fox a visit. Bronya and Seele, you're responsible for mapping out the area and locate the lost supplies. Stay low. We'll meet you when you are ready. Understood. Any suggestions, Bronya? The Argent Fox's lair is well protected by patrolling mechs. Bronya shall hack one of them to deduce patrolling routes and locate the stolen goods. Sounds great! We'll need to find a suitable target. I think we can go to the plaza in the north. There are less mechs there, so it's easier for us to find an isolated one. Let's do this. She's more independent and mature than the Seele in Bronya's memory. Perhaps that's what Seele would be if she survived the test. Seele. And it sounds much sadder than I expected. Burp. Just a little burp shot. This is like a weird version where you're just shooting little hacko beams. Patrol route indicates that the north and west are heavily guarded. In the west is the downtown area, which quiets down after midnight and makes for an unexpected but good hiding spot. Argent Fox's turf is in the north. It's heavily defended, and Argent Fox is frequently spotted there. Time is of the essence. We will need to split our forces. No, not these two places. The Fox probably hid things here. Here? A poorly guarded and dilapidated warehouse. Why is Seele so sure? Seele? It's the patrol routes. Not many mechs are here, but one is always around to monitor things. It looks odd to me. It does feel odd to Bronya. Seems very deliberate. Seele has been highly observant, and seems to know the city inside out. Nyet. I just saw it in the mission briefing. Bronya does not remember reading about this in the mission briefing. Seele is acting too defensively. Bronya, we took down the fox. The fox is killed? Nah, it's just a tranquilizer. One more body is one more trouble. I've acquired the fox's special access key. How are you girls doing? Seele found a suspicious location, and now Bronya is sharing the coordinates. Got it. We'll rendezvous at that position. Time to take care of all the little robots. Ow! Oh right, I don't have the shield anymore. I have the actual dodge. It's interesting to see like Seele in action. Destroy all the mechs. And dead. Easy, easy.
任務完了。待機モードに移行。
Alrighty. Secret mission. Bronya became a Valkyrie of the Far East Squad 5 to take on a secret assignment. They must evade mech defenses and reclaim stolen Skishul assets from Anti-Entropy. The secret organization was founded by ex-Skishul members. What did they steal exactly?
ブローニャ、作戦地点に到着。
Okay. What do we have
この
here?
廃棄された倉庫が
This abandoned warehouse is Fox's hiding place.
これは生体式
Found
セ
it.
ンサーです。
A biometric
こ
sensor.
の壁に隠されてい
It's hidden in the side wall.
銀狐の拠点内
Good.
のもの
The
で
warehouse matches the intel in one of the Argent Fox's hideouts.
よくやった。
Good job, Seele and Bronya. I guess you were right.
ブローニャ、早速いただいた管
Use the key to open the warehouse. Let's see what they stole from us.
宝物が
君たち
Who are you?
誰？
ヨアヒム。
Joachim?
どういうこと？
What? A kid in a warehouse? This is where Fox hid the stolen goods.
まさか。
Perhaps this boy is the stolen goods?
なんですって？
What are you saying?
君たち
What are you gonna do to me?
何を？嫌だ。
Don't come any closer.
気をつけてください。
Careful, I'm detecting Honkai enemy emissions from him. Another Hershare. He's creating physical weapons out of thin air with energy alone.
目標捕捉。ファイヤー。
So he's kind of like another Wendy, it seems. Another Skishul test subject.
目標捕捉。ファイヤー。射撃開始。射撃開始。ファイヤー。ファイヤー。ファイヤー。無双モード。全開。目標捕捉。ファイヤー。ファイヤー。目標捕捉。ファイヤー。
Blow up the mech, blow up the mech.
捕捉。ファイヤー。ファイヤー。目標捕捉。
It takes a while for these big chonkin mechs to turn around.
ファイヤー。ファイヤー。
Almost time.
ボイドエクスプロージョン。
I don't think I've used this version of Himeko before. It's interesting. She seems to be an ice version of the Himeko, the regular Himeko, which was kind of more fire-based. She seems very powerful and very fun to play. That's cool. Alright, easy as that. Don't come any closer. The exhausted boy collapsed and lost his consciousness. The mechs he created disappeared as well.
気を失っています。
He passed out.
どうやら
Using that power must be extremely taxing for the body.
この子の体、
There are many scars on the boy. Some are fresh and some are
かなり
aged.
古い傷もあるよ
He
う
has been abused for a long time.
ずっと
気候が急に現れ
Next materialized out of thin air and then disappeared afterwards. I've read about this.
そう
A file back in HQ mentioned manifesting physical items using Honkai energy.
物事それは第一律者
This is the power of the first Hershare, the Hershare of Reason.
しかし、第
But the Hershare was defeated in 1955.
消滅したはずです。
How did his power end up in this boy?
予想外の状況だが
This is somewhat unexpected. Should we get in touch with HQ?
いえ、
Niet,
待ってください。
don't do that.
最初はブローニャ
It was perplexing at first, but Seele's words enlightened Bronya.
断
A human boy with the powers of her share of reason must be valuable to Skishel.
この子が重要物資
Skishel would treat him as a valuable asset.
ができ
つまりそれは
What do you mean?
私もそう思うわ
I agree with Bronya. This boy must be the missing asset we're supposed to
私たち
retrieve.
が本来なら実験管に閉じ込められ
He
てい
had
るは
been
ずだったけ
kept
ど
in a Skishel lab until Argent Fox brought him out.
つまりその子の
The scars on him. Unidentified units were approaching, potentially hostile.
まずい
Must be interferists.
おそらく
They must have found Argent Fox.
この子を連れて
We must leave here with the boy.
敵の数が多すぎる
We're facing a large number of hostiles.
ままだと
Carrying the boy will slow us down.
別々に逃げましょう
We'll split up our forces. Bronya and Seele will leave first with the boy and wait for us at the evac point.
しかし
But
あんたたちは十分や
you've done enough. Leave this to us.
私たちを信じ
Trust us. You girls will take the boy away from this place.
わかりました
Bronya understands. Bronya shall wait at the evac point. Well, things are heating up pretty quickly. Alright, important assets. Everyone was shocked the stolen assets turned out to be a young boy. The boy gave off the power of Honkai emissions and bore a startling resemblance to Jochum as well. The boy manifests physical weapons out of thin air with Honkai energy alone. The Valkyries defeated the weapons and the boy collapsed in exhaustion. The Hersher of Reason of this bubble was defeated in 1955. Where did the boy get this power from? Well, let's see if we can find out right here. Should be easy.
ブローニャ作戦地点に到着
That's a lot of mechs.
補足ファイヤーレスキュー戦術目標ファイヤー
Watch out, Seele.
目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤーゼーレ行きましょう
Seele, over here.
敵の行動
Enemy units have been distracted by Miss Himiko and Fuhao.
あとは撤退
Bronya will now rendezvous with the team at the evac point and transfer Jochum.
ブローニャお姉ちゃん
Bronya?
どうしました
What is it, Seele?
撤退ポイント
We can't go to the evac point.
どうしてですか
What?
この子を
We must take the boy away.
連れて
No, we can't leave them with the others.
そう言われても
Seele may be right.
連れて行けばいい
But who should we take the boy to?
まだわからない
I don't know. But please trust me, Bronya.
ゼーレ
Seele, Bronya thinks there is something wrong about you.
様子が
Yeah, Bronya, give him to me.
そこのままじゃ
If you continue like this, we'll end up here where we started. Again and again.
ゼーレ
Seele,
彼を私に渡して
give him... Give him to me.
目標発見目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤーファイヤーファイ
Ow. What?
ファイヤー
I don't think I've ever seen that screen before, and it was gone in a second.
どうして倒す
How did you defeat them? A frightened Seele sat on the ground and tried to inch away.
ありえない
It's impossible.
人は
No one in this world can defeat them.
なのにまさか
Her eyes widened as though she suddenly realized something. Bronya also lowered her weapons and approached Seele slowly.
任務開始時から
Bronya felt something was amiss at the start of the mission. Seele seems to know every solution when everyone was stuck. Bronya confirmed her suspicions when Seele summoned the Quantum Shadow. Seele, you're like Bronya. You don't belong here.
世界のものではありませんブローニャ
Bronya,
姉ちゃん本物の
is it you, Bronya?
なのええ
Ah,
本当に
it is
ブローニャ
really you.
なのセーレ
Seele, Bronya is here.
ここで久しぶりです
Bronya has finally found you,
ブロ
Seele.
ーニャはやっとブローニャ
Bronya. Bronya held Seele tight around her arms and felt hot tears dripping on her back. She dreamed about this reunion many times. Bronya couldn't remember how many times exactly. She had forgotten about many things. But there were exceptions. She remembered the crying girl, the warmth of her tears, and the embrace they shared. Most importantly, she remembered the promise they made. Bronya never forgot about that. Her eyes suddenly felt sore and uncomfortable. It's a long-lost feeling she has never experienced after her emotions were all deprived in X10. Warm tears slowly rolled down out of her eyes. Aww.
しかし
But
どうして
why is Seele
ここに
here?
セーレがいるのですか？
What happened?
一体セーレにもわからない
I don't know. I remembered being cold, dark, and empty room with a tightly shut door. I was trapped in there for God knows how long. And then the door suddenly opened and light poured in. I always wanted to escape and find you, Bronya, so I ran out into the light. I can't remember the rest. I woke up in this world when I regained awareness. The light? It's alright, Seele. Bronya has found you. We shall leave this place. But I can't find a way out. Bronya, we can't let them have the boy. Why? This world is an endless cycle. I've experienced it many, many times before you appeared. At first, we kept failing our missions. I would pass out and wake up in the class a few days ago. Then everything would begin as usual. This is the reason why Seele knows what's going to happen. After many tries, I avoided all the mistakes and rescued the boy, and accomplished the mission. But a new cycle began anyway. Why? Did something happen? Seele cradled her head and began trembling. A hand gently held her. Don't be afraid, Seele. You told Bronya very important things. Bronya knows what to do now. Believe in Bronya. Da. I think everyone made it. We'll just turn the boy over to HQ and call it a day. Good job, girls. Bronya and Seele. You were instrumental to our success.
待ってください。
Wait, Miss Cagolia.
この子は本部に
The boy must not be turned over to HQ.
その理由は
Why? Bronya silently unbuttoned Joshim's shirt to expose his terrible scars.
感電跡。
Cauterized marks, burns, and surgical stars.
これは
Proof of inhuman testing at Skishul
非
HQ.
人道的な彼をそこに戻す
We're returning him to hell.
彼を地獄に送る。
ブローニャさん
You may be right, Bronya, but there will be
送らな
consequences.
ければ彼には律者の力
He has Hershra powers. He can't control it.
コントロール彼が人間に
You don't know if he would become a decent human being or end up as a murderous Hershra.
しかし彼を
The boy will become a Hershra if returned to the lab.
彼をにしかなりブローニャとゼーレ
Bronya and Seele hoped that the boy can be brought to Saint Freya.
彼は
He may become a hero or a Hershra, but he will be free to decide his destiny. We can only teach him to think about the right and wrong about himself. We will teach the boy hope and the future. The boy must be given these natural privileges of a human individual. That is what Saint Freya taught Bronya.
よく言った
Well spoken. I agree with you. What?
時間が
There was no reset.
カカリアもひどいわね
Bronya just passed your little test, Cagolia.
まさか
You wanted to bring the boy back to Saint Freya all along?
もちろんよ
Of course, we're Valkyries. Valkyries of Saint Freya.
キリーだもんさ
Alright, bring him over here.
指示を
This seems dangerous.
任務は失敗
Mission failed. We located the Argent Fox, but A got ahead of us and transferred the stolen assets. Squad V tried to track them down, but all leads were lost. I will bear full responsibility as the leader of this mission. And Freya will be admitting a transfer student, but I don't think HQ needs to know about this. What do you think, Bronya? Bronya has no comments.
やはり
Alright.
あなたを連れて行った
We're
のは
right to bring you
正しい
along.
選択だったわブローニャ
I believe in you,
そう遠
Bronya.
くない未来
You'll
で
soon become an
あなた
excellent
が優秀
Valkyrie.
なバルキリーになって
ありがとうございます
Thank you,
カリア先生
Miss Cagolia.
彼を輸送艦には乗せない
We'll take him to the transport ship.
彼は
From this day on, he is free.
ブローニャたちは
We have returned.
敵全員沈黙
So that's what he meant by looking forward to her answer. She knows that she doesn't want things to repeat because she knows that Skishul is a scumbag company. Alright? Now the question is, I didn't see Stele in that when we came back. So, I don't know if that was the real Stele or Seele or what. Seele seemed to be able to predict the future. Bronya soon discovered that Seele did not belong here. This Seele was her friend who disappeared in the X-10 experiment. Bronya, Zezek, and Stele Valeria were finally reunited. The boy with her sure powers was covered in scars. Skishul performed horrendous tests on him. A hell like that could twist heroes into demons. Bronya must choose. It felt oddly familiar to her, but the girl knew she would make the same choice. Oh, okay. Having made her choice, Bronya returned to the quantum pocket, bathed in shimmering light. Seele was gone, but her diary appeared in Bronya's hand. This book may be the link between the girls. It allows Bronya to manifest her knowledge and memories into void shadows. Ah. Oh, and then these are all the EXs. Okay. So there's gonna be 3 different areas, it looks like, that we have to manifest in. Okay. Well, we've been going for about an hour, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back after that. So go ahead and stretch your legs, get some water, get a snack, and I'll be right back in about 5 minutes. See you guys in a little bit. Alright everyone, welcome back. And let's go through the EX areas of the first world. Alright. Cleared stage quickly and no deaths. And 3 evasions. Oh, and I can bring whoever I want really. That's interesting.
力をお貸し。
仕事が終わったら
Guess I'll bring these 3.
ブローニャ作戦地点に到着。目標捕捉。ファイヤー。
Oh, that's a different weapon.
目標捕捉。ファイヤー。ファイヤー。ファイヤー。
Alright, I got him now. Right where I want him. I do need to let him attack again so that I can do another evasion. Come on, little guy. You can do it. Whoops, dodged too early.
何かいい作戦でも思いついた景色を見てる暇はない周りば
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
警戒を
Still nothing. That was a weird attack. I don't think I've ever seen him do that before. Okay, that one was just me being slow.
警戒を怠らないように
I'm too jumpy. There we go. Good enough. That's everything, right? Yeah, okay. And now you are dead.
トルネード
目標捕捉。ファイヤー。射撃開始。目標捕捉。ファイヤー。
Ow. That was a wall. Thank you very much.
ファイヤー。ファイヤー。ファイヤー。ボイドエクスプロージョン。
And dead.
ねえ私の活躍はどうだった
Ooh, we unlocked Seele as a playable character now. That's cool. For evasion skills and quick, kill them quickly. So yeah, let's definitely add Seele. Let's actually make her the leader, because apparently she's much higher level. Oh, I can't just switch them around? Yeah, okay, there we go. This should make things way easier. Ooh, that's a nice scythe too. So pretty. This is a weird ability. I still need to do one more dodge. Ow. Okay, that's the last one I need. And now I can go all out. Easy as that.
あげましょうか。ブローニャお姉ちゃん、ゼーレはうまく戦えたかしら。
Alrighty. Whoops, I just went right into this one apparently. That's fine. What were the goals? Same goals, okay. Ow! That's a lot of enemies. Okay, now I just need to do 3 dodges. Apparently I messed that up. Okay, 1. That doesn't count because it didn't recharge yet. Okay. Oh, that just missed. Ow. Alright, dodge that one. Now I gotta wait for it to recharge again. Oh, I was out of the circle. Nope, got hit. Darn. But dodge that, so guess what? It is time for you to die now. And destroyed. Easy a peasy. Seele makes these fights real easy. Okay. We'll keep the XP train rolling. Alright, come and get it. Kill the Quasar enemies. Gotta wait until my dodge recharges. Alright, now where was the one that was connected? Behind the wall. Get back here. Stop that. That was a little close there. When I just got completely stun locked. But we're still doing pretty good. That's definitely important. And 40 hit combo and 3 evasion skills. The evasion skills are what take the longest, unfortunately.
みんなと一緒に戦います。これ以上先には進ませないよ。
Ow!
かくれんぼだよ。
目標捕捉。
ファイヤー。
目標捕捉。
ファイヤー。
射撃開始。
目標ファイヤー。ファイヤー。ファイヤー。ファイヤー。
You stay away from me, big boy.
ファイヤー。
Jesus.
ファイヤー。
Whoa, hey now. Laser beam face.
ファイヤー。
Ah, God, I can't even keep up a combo with this thing. Jeez, I can't see what the heck is going on over there.
ファイヤー。
Okay.
目標ファイヤー。
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to just try to kill this thing.
ファイヤー。
Because the other 2 goals are not going to be met.
かくれんぼだよ。
射撃開始。
These things are just impossible.
ファイヤー。
フォイドエクスプロージョン。
And we lost because it took too long. So yeah, we're gonna ignore X5 for now because that's ridiculous. Anywho, let us head into World 2, I guess. So Bronya, 8,000 damage and no more than 40 hits. That's quite a lot of hits.
その本。
What is this book?
おかえりなさい。
Welcome back.
一つ目の世界
You have solved World 1.
僕の正体はもう
I think you know who I am. I'll introduce myself again.
僕は第一
I am a shadow of Weltiang, the first Hershur. He left me here to watch over this place. Joachim spoke with a calm voice, but Bronya sensed sorrow in his words.
1年前。
Welt dove into the Sea of Quanta 1 year ago, but never returned. What happened afterwards?
答えを知りたければ
Press forward to reveal the answers you seek.
でも
I sense conflict within your heart.
あのカカリアと
One
いう
named
人が
Cagolia. She caused too much pain.
大丈夫です。
Don't worry. Bronya is not affected.
でも、
But Bronya has a question.
聞きたい。
あの
A question about Seele.
女の子
The
の
girl indeed.
彼女のことは知らない
I don't know her. I can't acquire any trace of her passing.
彼女の本体は
Perhaps the real her is still drifting in the sea. And occasionally a fraction of her is projected and superposed here.
彼女は特殊な力を
She has a strange power that allows her to drift through the sea of Quanta.
でもまだ
She seemed unable to control her powers. You might see her in other worlds, but you must enter the sea to meet her. This book serves as a link between you and Seele. It will be your guide.
わかりました。
Bronya understands. Bronya held the diary close to her. A gentle blue light washed over her cheeks.
ゼーレ、
Wait for me, Seele.
もう少し待って。
Bronya will be there for you.
艦長、ゼーレをどこに連れて行くんです
Phew,
か？
that's just disorienting.
フ
Wait, was I supposed to do 3 evasions? I can't remember now. Oh, okay. Easy as that, huh? Running across the side of a train, maybe? Yeah, it is the side of a train. And a phone? What the heck? This place is definitely a strange one. I was expecting to jump to the phone, not here. Whoops, sorry, Joam. Joachim. It is warm here. You have unlocked World 1. The labyrinth has changed. World 2 is resonating with you, Bronya. Time to answer its calling now. Seele, will you appear in this world? Well, we're soon about to find out, I bet. Alright. Joachim. Joachim finally revealed his identity. He is a fragment of the first Hershare Welt Yang, and was charged with standing vigil at the Sea of Quanta. He didn't mention Yang's whereabouts. Bronya felt something was amiss. And this should be all of them. Kara, my child. Bekara Michelle. If she wants your candy, just give her half. And look after Tiana too. She can't walk yet. Bronya heard a man in the darkness. She tried to see, but her eyelids remained shut determinately to protect her eyes from the knifing wind. There was something more painful than the screeching wind. My dear, you have gone before us to pave the way for your friends. Bronya regained her vision. She tried to open her eyes, but closed them quickly. She couldn't stop her tears. She saw, even for the briefest moments, sunlight, dazzling and blinding. Only the sun reflecting off the snow that can be that blinding. Bronya tried to open her eyes again. A tall priest in a black habit and long blonde hair was giving a sermon for someone who had died. There was crying. Several familiar figures stood around a tombstone with their heads bowed. Children, if you ask me why some people have to leave early, it is the trial of death. And there will be no more sorrow, wailing, pain, or terror. It is now history. Man, Overseer Otto, Principal Theresa and Joachim in World 2? Seele, will Seele be here? Someone took Bronya's hand gently, and she turned around and saw Seele standing near her. Bronya's racing heart calmed, and she gave Sele's hand a gentle squeeze. Let us return, children, unless you wish to speak to our friends. Hello. Here's your favorite toy car. Joachim and I used the crown to cover the parts where the paint fell off. It's not perfect, but... Theresa placed a wooden car on the tombstone. The children said their parting words and left. Okay. Bronya cheered behind them with Seele. It's a funeral for a child. No flowers, no photographs, only a priest and several children. Bronya, we've seen this before. There are orphans in the orphanage like us. Bronya, look, a wooden cabin. That must be their home. The children walked through the door one by one. The priest spoke to them, and he and the children seemed close. That priest is in charge of the orphanage.
ここで夫を
Bronya never expected to meet Overseer Otto.
お姉ちゃん
Do you know him, Bronya?
夫を知っている危険で悪
He
い
is an
人です
evil, dangerous
で
man.
も
But he might be different in this world.
現実世界と一つ前の世界では
Cagolia was completely different in the previous world.
とりあえず
Yotra must be the key to rectifying this world.
きっと弱い人
Bronya must approach him.
近づく機会を探す
Bronya and Seele entered the building but failed to find the priest. The children sat around a worn table in silence.
みんなお腹
Everyone's hungry, right?
今日のお昼
Guess what I've made for lunch. No one answered Theresa. She looked a little sad seeing their gloomy faces.
人参ポタージュ
Borscht?
違うわ
No, Seele, that's for Tuesday. Wednesday's potatoes and roast beef.
今日
Theresa tried to sound excited but failed to achieve the desired effects.
ブローニャ
Bronya, what do you think of...
どちらが多いと思う
do you think the potatoes and... or... Do you think there are potatoes or beef in this pot?
ポテトですか
Potatoes?
ブブー罰ゲームとしてビーフを
Wrong, Bronya. Your punishment is double beef to make you taller.
テレサ
Theresa.
どうしたの
What is it, Joel?
元気を出してほしい
I
のは
know you
わか
want
るけど
us to be happy, but you
無理して
shouldn't
僕
force
たちを
yourself.
慰めなくてカレルはいなくなった
Carl's gone. We need
みんな
time.
には
You
時間
need
が
time
必
as
要なん
well.
だ
Theresa set her aside her ladle and bowed her head.
ヨアヒムね
Hey, what's up, Black
本当にあ
Rabbit?
のことについてもう少し考えなくていい
Chum, would you not reconsider? I've already decided, Theresa.
そう
Then let's eat.
ご飯にしましょう
Everyone's having lunch.
神父様
Father,
わざわざ着替えて
you changed your
どうしたんです
outfit.
か
Heading to
どれに
town?
行くの
Winter is coming. I need to stock up on more ingredients. Theresa, do you want some more bitter melon biscuits? Of course I do.
ゴーヤ餅
I love crispy hot
神父様
bitter melon biscuits. Thank you, Father. I'll buy a few. Everyone can have a piece or two.
神父様
Father,
ゴーヤ餅
we
は
can't
誰
share
も
the
食べないから
bitter melon
最
biscuits.
終的に
Theresa always ends up eating all of them. Oh yes, Joachim. Madame Lysra will pick you up tomorrow. Are you packed already?
まだだよ
Not yet. Then go. Say goodbye to your friends. Make this day count. I'm heading out. Please take care of the house, Theresa. Be careful out there, Father. Theresa served the children and picked up the toys.
テレサ何
Does
か手伝
Theresa
えること
require
はありません
assistance?
か
そうね
5 hampers of laundry, a large pile of bills to check, and a leaking roof at the north to fix.
そうだ
We're also running low on firewood. Can you help us get some from the hill slope?
調達してきてくれないか寒くなる前に
It will get cold really soon.
たいの
We must be ready.
本当は
The boys should be taking care of this because they're stronger.
カレルを失って
We lost Carl and Joachim is leaving the orphanage. What little liveliness is left in this place was gone. Brionia did not know what to say.
大丈夫
It's alright. I'll help Brionia gather some firewood.
集めてくるよお願いね
Thank you so
く
much.
れる前に
Get back before sunset.
私も
I probably need some time alone
時間が必要
myself.
なのかもしれないわ
Hmm.
了解し
So
ました
sad. Pff, I got all sorts of turned around there. Okay.
助けてあげましょうゼレ
Ow. Nice try, Shadows. I'm here.
ゼレ了解しました外の世界は危険でいっぱい
Ow. Stop that, jeez. Oh, hi.
目標ファイヤー
Oh, you didn't die from that, huh?
発射
Stop living.
少し変です
This is odd.
孤児院から
We
結
have
構離れているのに
We have covered a long distance since we left the orphanage, but no hostile encounter emerged.
人の少ない
The snowy plains are devoid of Honkai beasts or even predatory animals.
食性気のせい
This
でしょう
feels wrong. There seems to be something in the air.
何かが
ブロニャお姉ちゃん
Brionia,
ここにちょう
there's a little bush up ahead.
マキ
ゼーレ無理し
Do
ない
not
でくだ
push
さい
yourself too hard, Seele.
ブローニャがやりましょう
Brionia can do this. The sight of Brionia trying to use an axe was painful to Brionia.
大丈夫
It's alright. I can maintain my form in these
今の
worlds.
姿を維持できる少しでも
I want to share your
ブロニャお
burden.
姉ちゃんの力になり
Seele swung the axe to hack branches from the twig and Seele swung the axe to hack branches and twigs from a tree.
ここでの生活
This place felt like the orphanage where we grew up in.
似ているねあの子たちを見
Those
ると
children reminded me of us when we were little girls.
私の自分毎日苦しい
The
けど
days were tough, but we worked hard together. We were happy.
幸せをみんな家族を
We've
失った
lost our
けど
family, but the orphanage gave us a new
新しい
one.
家族ができた
We gathered and stacked the twigs and branches.
でも
But
ここの子たち
the
は
children seemed a little disconnected from each other. And Joachim is also leaving this place.
神父の言葉に
The priest said Joachim will be adopted soon.
養子になるみ
Being adopted is great news for an orphan, but I think he's behaving strangely.
何か事情があ
They
るの
must
か
be hiding something. We must ask Theresa.
焚き木はこれで
Enough firewood has been gathered. Time to head back.
戻りましょう
Now,
ブロニャお姉ちゃん
Brionia. Seele is sad.
任務完了待機モードに移行
Whoops. Everything's going wrong. Okay. Another bubble universe called to her. Brionia woke up in a windy snowscape. She didn't expect to see Skishul Overseer Otto Apocalypse here. She was more astonished when Otto turned out to be the orphanage patriarch. Brionia met Come on. Brionia met Seele again in World 2. Joachim believed that she might be in the sea, but her presence was only superposed on the bubble universe. The orphanage brought back Brionia's memories. She would do whatever it takes to bring Seele back to the real world, as she had promised. Alright, we have only 2 more. This one seems pretty short. Alright, let's continue.
テレサ戻りました
Theresa, we have returned.
ありがとう
Thanks, girls. We totally needed your help. Theresa easily carried all the wood that Bronya and Seele struggled to drag back to the orphanage. She skillfully divided the wood by size and added some to the fireplace.
生活は苦しい
Life is hard, but
神父様
we can make it because of Father and everyone here.
テレサはいつからここ
When did you arrive, Theresa?
両親のことはよく
I don't know who my parents are.
私の
Riding on
一番
Father's
古い
back was the
記憶は
first thing I knew.
私をおぶって
I was in a warm bundle strapped on his back while he gathered firewood. It was snowing, but warm. When I grew up, I learned that he built this orphanage. I'm not the first one here, but I stayed the longest. I like it here. I will never leave.
ヨアヒムはどうです
How
か
about Joachim?
どうして
Why are you asking about him?
お昼ご飯の時
Theresa and Joachim seem to be arguing during lunch.
明日
And Joachim is leaving tomorrow. Brionia wants to learn more. I shouldn't keep this from you. Joachim has nothing against me, but Father. What happened between him and Father? Father Otto killed Joachim's dad. Why?
どうして
Ow. Joachim's dad was a doctor, and he was trying to bring Joachim's passed away mom back to life. He dabbled in the forbidden arts. The doctor first tested on mice, then moved on to cats and dogs. By the time Father found him, the doctor was testing on homeless orphans. That's evil. Father Otto had to end that, but it made Joachim an orphan. Understood. Joachim hates the priest. If that were the case, I think they would have worked it out eventually. Joachim knew his dad's crimes. He tried to stop him, but failed. No, Joachim doesn't hate Father Otto. He came to the orphanage and took care of us like a good elder brother. He protected us. For a while, I thought he had put his past behind. Please, continue. Joachim's really smart and handy with tools. He did everything wonderfully. Father decided to hand the orphanage to him. But that decision changed Joachim. He became sullen. That's when I knew he never forgot about what happened. Perhaps he didn't want the orphanage. He probably wants a life of his own. If that were the case, Joachim would have said it out loud. But he didn't. He's afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid that he might make his father's decision when the time comes. Afraid that he might have to make another child an orphan. Never forget about that. Soon, Madame Luthra from the neighboring town offered to adopt Joachim, and he agreed. Joachim is trying to run away. Leaving this place allows him to start a life anew. But Joachim will never get over it. We all can tell what's right and what's wrong, but it's always easier said than done. I don't think any of us know how to leave it all behind. I just don't want to see Joachim so dark and gloomy. He wasn't like that. I want to help him, but he's family to all of us. Oh dear, it's late. Father should be back already. That's odd. I'll look outside. Same enemies. These Gorgon enemies are really weird with their, like, manifested boxes. Hold on. Alright, what do you got for me now? Some Void Hellions. Explode! Unable to locate the priest. We should split up. I'll look over that side of the hill. Please help us search the side. Come on and pop out of the ground. Ow! Stupid teleporting crabs. Now I've got you right where I want you.
もう突き当たりですね。
This is the end of the road. The priest clearly wasn't here. We should return. Bronya thought about what Theresa said as she trudged through the snow. The sun shone on the pristine snow, reminiscent of the day 7 years ago when she met her Matuska for the first time. It was a painful memory, a chain that shackled her.
手放せないもの。
Bronya also has things that she cannot simply put behind her.
ブローニャお姉ちゃん、
Bronya, are you alright? You seem
さ
troubled.
っきから
ゼーレ
Seele, Bronya.
と
Bronya could not find the answer to her question. Seele gently held her hand.
こうしたら
Would this make you feel better?
昔
You used to hold my hand like this when I was
ブロー
scared.
ニャお姉ちゃんがお姉ちゃんの手は
The warmth of your hands comforted me.
それで
ゼーレ
Seele,
苦しいことなら
stop thinking about the past if it only brings pain.
ゼーレは
I will be here for you, just as you had been there for me in the past.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
ブローニャはもう大丈夫
Bronya
です。
is fine.
少しだけ迷いま
Bronya
した
decided to face the problem
それでも
directly.
向き合うとテレサのところに行き
We
ましょ
shall
う。
meet Theresa. Bronya turned and started heading back. Seele's smile slowly faded.
よくやったわ、ゼーレ。
Good job, Seele.
ゴールまであと少し
We're even closer to our objective.
こんなの
Was that
本当に大
the
丈夫
right
なの？
thing?
大丈夫よ。
It's alright, Seele.
私たちが
We're doing this to get back to the real world with Bronya.
分かってるよ。
I understand.
ここが別れた場所です。
We split up at that location. Theresa should be on the other side of that hill.
神父様、
Father, Father!
テレサの声だよ。
It's Theresa. What's happening?
急ぎましょう。
We must head over there quickly.
起きて、
Wake up! Wake up!
神
Ooh.
父様。
Father, please, wake
目を
up!
覚まして。何があったの？
The priest has fallen.
どうして神
Oh,
父
what
様が
happened?
倒れてるの？
気を失ってい
The
ます。
priest has passed out. We must carry the priest back to the orphanage.
ゼレ
Seele,
ここに残って
stay here
テレサの
and help
手助けをお
Theresa.
願いします。
Bronya shall ask the older children to help.
館長、ゼーレをどこに連れて行く気ですか？ゼーレ、
Honkai beasts. They appeared without warning. Hostiles are getting too close to the orphanage.
崩壊獣の数が
Oh,
増えてい
Honkai
ます
beasts appeared.
一体
Something
何
is
が
happening.
大変です
Alert. Seele and Theresa will be in danger. The Honkai beasts have stopped. The beasts turned around and marched off into the depths of the snow as though controlled by something.
何が
What happened? Bronya held her breath. Something strange was happening. And then she saw it.
あなたは
Bronya knows you.
第八の神の鍵
Feng Huan down. The eighth divine key.
ブローニ
Bronya.
ブローニャの名前を知って
You
いる
know
のですか
Brionya's full name.
ャあなたには羽の痕跡
You were touched by a feather. I can
そ
see
れがあ
you
なたに
and
私
know
の
you.
姿を見せ驚きました
I'm surprised.
あ
You
なたは
don't belong
他のもの
here.
ではありあなたは皆さんの記
You're
憶に存
present
在していますが
in everyone's memories, but you're not from here.
私は
I'm one of the 3,000 feathers of who hung down, awakened by the priest's will to protect.
孤児院を崩壊獣から
You
守
were
った
the
の
one
は
who kept the Honkai beasts away from the orphanage?
どうして
Why would the
神父が
priest
都政の羽を
own
持
a
っている
feather
の
of
ですか
Feng Hu Down?
都政の羽の主は彼に
The owner of the Feng Hu Down was indebted to him. This feather was left in his heart.
彼は
He
私を
brought his feather back to this place. I agreed to protect this snowy
彼の意志に
plains.
しかし
His life is
彼の
ending,
命は
and
今
my powers shall fade when he gives up his soul.
神父は
The priest is
いなくなるのか
彼には心残り
there
が
is an unfinished
未
business,
練があります
a deep, yawning gap in his heart that shackles
最
him.
も彼は
He
自身
wants
の認め
someone,
たある人を
someone
私
he
に
approves, to inherit my
力を
power.
そのかしかし
but there is an insurmountable barrier between the two.
ヨアヒムのことですね。
It is Joachim. The priest did not want him to leave.
彼もしヨア
The
ヒム
rift
が
between them will never
シーンを
be resolved if Joachim walks away.
これは
It's not just about the rift between them. Your heart bears a similar gap as well.
どういう意味ですか？
What does that mean?
ブローニャ
Bronya, you came looking for answers. You're not doing it for others. You're doing it for yourself.
それがあの瞬
That is why you dove into the sea of
あなた
Quanta.
が開演答えを知りたければ
Press forward to reveal the answers you seek.
いつかあなたは
You shall walk out of this, walk out of your past and find your way. The familiar figure disappeared into the light, leaving an echo of her passing. The feathers she left disappeared silently into the snow.
ブローニャお姉ちゃん、ゼイレは会いに来たよ。
Bronya learned of the chasm between Otto and Joachim. Joachim respected Otto, but the priest killed his father. Bronya felt something similar as well. Oops, too far. Alright, same setup.
神父様、
Father,
目が覚めた
you're awake.
テレサ、
Teresa,
僕
what,
は
why,
一体
what happened? I'm sorry you had to see this.
どうやら
This is your favorite bitter melon biscuit. Sorry, it's not hot anymore.
今はそんな場合
It
じゃない
doesn't matter, Father. Why did you collapse in the snow?
その傷は一体
What are those wounds?
ああ、平気だ
A minor
一
discovery.
晩寝れば
This
治る
ailment
さ
shall pass with the night's sleep.
ブローニャお姉ちゃん、
What is it, Bronya? You seem worried.
ブローニャは平気。
Bronya is alright. The door opened. Joachim looked extremely anxious.
神父様
Father! He returned to his usual expression once he saw that Father Otto was fine.
無事でよ
I'm
かっ
glad you're alright.
ヨアヒム、荷物
Have you
は
packed your
もう
things, Joachim?
た。はい
Yes, I did. Joachim stood by the bed with his head bowed. Otto tried to pat him, but he flinched away. The priest took back his hand and started to hold the crucifix on his chest.
明日の朝に出るんだ
You leave tomorrow,
休むと
so
い
you
い
should get some rest.
この十字架
Please, help me take care of
僕
this
の代わり
cross.
に君に
He gave the cross to Joachim, but Joachim did not accept it.
村で君に渡す選別を探
I went
し
to
た
the
んだ
market to look for this gift for you,
やはり
but I
この
felt
十
this
字架を
cross was
君に
more
渡
fitting.
したいと思ってね僕を幾度も災い
It
から
averted
守った
calamities for me. I hope it can give you the God's blessings.
君にも
いい
I don't need it.
ヨアヒム、
Please take it, Joachim.
ごめん
I'm sorry, I
も
can't.
らえない神の加護
God's blessings.
善意とい
Will
うもの
God's blessings. Will God bless those who kill in the name of
神
goodness?
の加護を受けられ
ヨアヒム、
What are you saying, Joachim? Father gave you a cross because he wants you to.
いいんだ
It's alright, Teresa.
あなた
You never understood what Father
神
wanted.
父様の気持ちを何もわか
何も分かってないの
You're the one who doesn't know anything.
待ってくれヨア
Hey,
ヒム
Joachim! Everyone surprised, Joachim ran out of the room. And the father tried to follow, but he collapsed onto the floor.
まずい。もう
The sun's setting. They'll be in danger.
テレサ、
Teresa, take care of the priest. Bronya shall return with Joachim.
この世界の景色、
The tundra has changed. Global universe composition has been altered. Did Joachim do this? Where'd that other one go? Okay, there he is. I was worried he was gonna try like a sneak attack out of nowhere. Well then. Jeez. guy's doing such big AoEs.
ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー
These guys are certainly dangerous, more dangerous than the previous enemies.
目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤー
私の番ね
Now I've got you right where I want you.
ハイドシェイク
Oh, hello.
ハイドシェイク
弱ひむ
Jochum, please tell the others what you think. Everyone is worried about you.
僕のことはほっといて
You never cared about me. You only care about Father Otto.
を手放もう考えたく
I
ない
don't want to think about this. Just leave me alone.
崩壊銃です
Honkai beast detected.
つまんない
Ooh, that's just a straight up Honkai beast. Also, it did a lot of damage.
第一幕終焉を迎え第二幕開演の時間よ
ボイドエクスプロージョン
私の番ねやっ私の出番よ早く出てきなさい出ないと全部壊しちゃうわよつまんない
Oh, that was dangerous. Jeez.
やだ
Get away from me.
早く立ってください
Stand up, Jochum.
弱ひむ
Help. Father?
よかった
Good.
みんな無事で
You're alright. It wasn't easy to divert the rest and make an escape. As the priest stumbled and fell, Bronya darted forward to hold him and found him unconscious. Though the priest was tall and well built, he was extremely weak. Lifting him was difficult.
気を失ってしま
The
いました
priest passed out.
手を貸してください
Please help Bronya hold him,
助けられたの
Jochum.
でしょう
After all, he just saved your life. Jochum could only tremble, sight of this angered Bronya. He picked up the cross from the ground and threw it to Jochum.
一体何から逃げているのですか
What is Jochum running away from?
自分の過去
His
からですか
past? With the priest and his friends in the orphanage?
どちらも違うはずです
Jochum is running away from himself because Jochum is afraid.
わからない
I don't know.
一体
What should I do to make this right?
この世界は
The world is not a
何が正しく
just talk to me
何が間違いな
of
の
right
か
and wrong.
正しい
Right
悪い
and
の
wrong
区別が
applies
つけるの
only
は
to few things,
物事
but
の
not people. Good people take responsibility for their actions.
難しいのは
Bronya
分かっ
knows
てい
how
ます
difficult it is. Bronya had similar experience like Jochum.
怖いなら
If Jochum is afraid, he should describe the cause of his fear.
あなたのことが大事
Tell the people
あ
that
なたも
Jochum
大事
cares
に思っている人に
and that
その
care
気持ちを
Jochum.
伝えてくださいあなたには家族
The
が
orphanage is Jochum's family.
何もかもが取り
Do
返し
not
の
do
つかない
things that you might regret in the future. The rest of the children came running. Together they carried the unconscious priest back to the orphanage. The next morning, Bronya and Seele were woken up by Theresa, who knocked on their door. All three of them went to Jochum's room, but found that he was gone. The boy left without telling anyone.
やっぱり
Mm,
行っちゃっ
he's
たわね
gone.
ブローニャ
The father has something to say
シ
to
ェイク
us.
様にお話が
Bronya and Seele glanced at each other and followed Theresa to a room in the heart of the orphanage. The feral priest tried to turn around. Crimson runes ran through his body, threatening to split him apart. Teresa, Nicholas, I think I left it out there in the snow.
神父様
Rest well, Father, and I'll find it for you.
来週
I'll send you to the hospital next week. No, tomorrow.
連れて行くから
You'll get better.
大丈夫
I'm alright. Joachim left, didn't
ヨア
he?
ヒムは
The children were silent. The answer was obvious.
そうかい
He did.
彼の気持ち
I understand how he feels. I was the one who orphaned him.
僕だ
神父様のせいじゃ
Father,
ない
you did the right thing.
善か悪かだ
Right and wrong doesn't answer every question in the world.
問題は解決あの時
I kept asking myself if I could have done something to something else to save Joachim's father.
でもいくら
But no matter how I thought about it, the truth was that I chose to kill him on that day.
彼を通して
His father, who I would condemn to death. I saw myself in him.
殺したかった
神父様
Father? Teresa puttered her lips, but her voice failed her.
かつての僕もキンキン
Dabbled in that dark forbidden
悪
arts
の力
and
に
hurt.
手を
No, I killed many innocent people.
聖女が僕を止
The
め
paladin saved me.
深淵から
He liberated me from the dark abyss.
僕は彼女と
We ran away together and buried the origin of sin
罪の根
in
源
a
を
secret place.
誰もでも
But it took its
僕
toll on
た
us.
ちは呪いを受けたんだ
The paladin, he died 2 years after 2 years.
彼女がいなくなる前に
I asked her whether she regretted anything when she drew her final breaths.
今
Listen,
その答えを
children,
君たち
these
に
were our
伝え
final
る
words.
人の一生では
There are 3 steps in our lives.
1回目は
The first step teaches us how to tell right from wrong.
2回目は
The second step teaches us that there isn't just the right and wrong.
3回目は
And the third step teaches us to do what we believe is right and take responsibilities for the
信
outcomes.
じたことを貫き
The priest's eyes sparkled. He spoke calmly, but the words trembled with emotion. He must have remembered something that even time itself failed to erase.
彼女を異国
I
の
laid her to sleep in a foreign land and came here to build this orphanage.
ヨアヒムの迷いを
I understand how Joachim felt. I know what it meant to be lost and confused.
だから
You must respect his
彼の
choice.
選択を尊
神父
Father!
子供たち
I'm sorry, children.
僕はもう
There is no turning back for me.
犯した過ち
I have committed sins beyond count.
僕に
I
でき
can
るのは
only seek atonement.
自分でも
I'm happy that
君
you're
たちの
here.
おかげで
You are proof that I can still create warm and happy
幸せな思い出がある
memories.
と気づいた
神父様
Father, you'll be alright.
大丈夫よ
ヨアヒム
Joachim,
聞いてま
you
した
should
か
be here to hear this.
ヨアヒム
Joachim?
神父様が昨晩
Father,
した
I found the cross that you
十
lost
字架を
last
見
night.
つけたよ僕にプレゼントすると言って
You
くれたから
wanted to give it to me. Joachim clutched the cross like a child holding fast to a well-loved treasure.
今でも迷っているけど
I'm lost, Father. I don't know what to do.
どうすればでも
There's something I must
伝えたい
say.
ことがあるんだ僕は
I'm
こ
willing.
の一歩を踏み出し
Let me follow your path, inherit the orphanage, and uphold your
神父様の
duties.
責任を受けたから
Please, treat me like your family.
家族として
Don't let me go
僕を
astray.
導いてください
Joachim knelt by the bed and cried. Teresa gently embraced him without a word.
ああヨアヒム
I trust you, Joachim.
と自分の道を
You will
見つけ
forge
出す
your
と
own
信じて
path.
るよ
The priest held the pendant tightly. His eyes sparkled bright with the final embers of his life.
美しい戦いを
I
した
fought brilliant battles. I marched in the name of the righteousness.
かけ君の信じた道
I upheld the path of the paladin. Stayed true for you. A drop of a tear fell on the wooden floor. Gentle light washed over the entire world.
大勝利
This whole chapter has been pretty sad. I'm hoping it has a happy conclusion. The priest gave his cross to Joachim and on his final night, but it only gave rise to more pain. Unable to contain his emotions, Joachim stormed out into the night. The bubble universe changed drastically. In his final moments, the priest told the children about his past. He practiced the forbidden arts, but a paladin redeemed his soul. He forsook his family name, yet guilt clung on to him. Something had given him strength to go on. Though the priest didn't say what it was, his eyes faintly glowed when he mentioned the paladin. The boy who grew up in the orphanage decided to take up the priest's burden. He's prepared to face the future, no matter how dark or bright it may be. In the real world, Joachim would never appear in the priest's orphanage. Perhaps something linked Yang to this strange bubble universe. Interesting. This one also has 5 EXs. These ones don't seem to pertain to the story as much, they're just extra missions. But let us see the final part of chapter 11. Bronya, 8,000 damage, no more than 40 hits. Should be possible. Who's the new character we got? A different Theresa. Sure, we'll switch her out. The world has been rectified. Where is Seele? Bronya looked around. The glowing diary she carried calmed her a little. Welcome back. You look far less anxious than before. I am part of this maze. I can already sense it collapsing. You are powerful. I believe I must tell you the truth. What exactly happened in the Sea of Quanta? Old Yang fought till his final breath in the Sea of Quanta. He faced an enemy with power far beyond his. He fought valiantly but vainly. Before he fell, Walt used his final strength to create a barrier separating the sea from the real world. A barrier? This barrier imposes a trial on any sentient being trying to pass through. That is right, Bronya. It is this great labyrinth you're in right now. Walt's physical form is gone. His existence in the sea is this labyrinth itself. Everything you see here is a part of his past, the confusions and struggles he's had, and his yearning for hope. Walt sacrificed himself to prevent the serpent from entering the real world. Come, I shall enter the final path for you. Okay, these guys are getting real annoying. Excuse me. These enemies are definitely getting way stronger, and it's kind of annoying. And I'm gonna kill all of you fools now.
あの装備で艦長ゼーレをどこに連れて
Alright.
行く気ですか
Next jump.
この程度怖くなんてないよかくれんぼだよそれ私の番ねディバインジャッジ
And now to kill everything. Man, this one is really strong. It just does not want to die. Finally, Jesus. Took 2 ults to kill that one. What a
これが
jerk.
最後の世界
This is the final world.
ここを出る時が
Pass through it and you'll pass through this labyrinth.
その時
I will become your power and lead you to the core of reason.
断りのその力を借り
The
て
core will let you enter
君
the
は
sea
両親の
itself,
海に入ることでも
but do not hold it for too
あまり
long,
長く接触してはいけ
or it
な
will
い
destroy your physical form.
君の
わかりました。
Brionia understands.
約束してブローニャ
Promise me, Brionia.
これから何を
No matter
見ても
what you see or hear, do not let the serpent escape this place.
約束します。
Brionia understands. The world serpent is Brionia's enemy.
ブローニャは
Brionia shall not let the world
ベルトの意
down.
志を裏切ります。
幸運を祈るよ
Godspeed, Brionia.
最後の世界。
Final world lies ahead.
それを解いて、
Solve its puzzle, and Brionia will be granted passage into the Sea of Quanta.
セーレとデザイア
Delay and the
ジェ
Gem of Desire await Brionia
ム
there.
ブローニ
制約の10私にこんな雑魚たちの相手をさせないでよね
Alright, we're almost there. Just a little bit longer. Ooh, we have a Kiana of some sort. Joachim told Brionia that Welt Yang used his remaining energy to create a labyrinth as a barrier separating the Sea of Quanta from reality in order to stop the serpent from escaping. The bubble universes that Brionia experienced are Welt's cognitive projections upon this world. Joachim believed that Brionia may help save Welt. There. Alright, not much more. Okay. Actually, they're both the same. So who's this? Yeah, it's just regular Kiana. Okay, interesting. I guess we should probably bring her since she's the highest level for some reason. Sounds were echoing in the darkness. The howl of the wind, explosions, screams, and the roar of monsters.
ブローニャお姉ちゃん
Brionia! Brionia! Someone kept screaming for Brionia, but the voice was quickly overwhelmed by the cacophony. It was a symphony of death, an orchestra of destruction reverberating across this charred wasteland.
ブローニャお姉ちゃん
Brionia, wake up!
して
セーレ、
Seele,
ここは
is this the tundra?
雪原ですか。
It looks different.
でも
無事みたいだね
Looks like you're doing just fine, Brionia.
急に雪の中に
You
倒
just
れるの
fell face first into the snow.
キアナ、
Yana,
何よそんなに
I'm
驚
not
いちゃ
being
って
kind to you,
まさか
but I think the concussion is going to make you an idiotic.
キアナちゃんふざけないの
Stop fooling around, Kiana. Check your gear. We'll be engaging hostiles soon. We're here to deal the final blow to the Hershire of the Void.
空の律者への総合
Powered by the Honkai reactor, the Void Queen has created a spatial rift to bring the Honkai Horde.
空の律者。
Hershire Void? But Kiana is right
キアナ
here.
がここに。
This must be the second eruption?
ここはでも、
But
どうして
why would Kiana and Mei appear in this world?
時代
敵の 反応が近づいている。全員
Hostiles are approaching. Get ready for battle, girls. This is a bit different.
私を怒らせると危ないよ。私の番ね。
Jeez Christ. This, Theresa does not mess around with her attack combo. This Kiana, for being level 50, doesn't do very much damage.
グングニールファイヤー。
姉様が言っていました。協力しないと勝てない。目標補足。ファイヤー。目標ファイヤー。ファイヤー。目標補足。
Weird, that looked like a defensive ability.
目標補足。ファイヤー。目標。
And these chariots do not take very much damage, do they? Alright. Looks like Theresa's almost got this taken care of. Oh geez, there's more.
即戦即決よ。
Okay, there we go.
何があったの？
What happened? All the Honkai beasts were destroyed. Engines roared above the Valkyries. Dozens of heavy mechs were released from the shuttle. The mechs landed with a resounding thuds. Amongst them was a man who descended slowly, floating above the snow.
生きてるか、バルキリー。
You've made it, Valkyries.
ベルト。
Welt,
この
you
世
grew
界
up in
では
this world.
大人の。
あなたたちは
You must be an anti-entropyist?
油断するな。
Stay vigilant.
戦争は終わ
This
っ
war is far from over.
俺は機甲部隊を連れて
My mechs will smash through their center.
わかりました。
Understood. We will strike their flank and keep them occupied.
最後に
Finally, we thank you for your support, Mr. Welt.
戦場では簡単に
Don't trust anyone, Valkyrie.
バル
He
キリー
might kill you.
い
Shuttle engines roared again. Welt and his mechs flew towards the heart of the tundra.
ベルトよ。
This is the first time Bronya sees Welt Yang as the sovereign of the Anti-Entropy.
どうしてか。
But he felt
冷たい
cold.
感じがします。
This is not how Bronya remembered him.
記憶の中にある彼と。
飛べるなんてすごい。きっとあの人が
Oh my god, that guy can literally fly! He's gotta be the boss of AE.
あれが第一律
That's the first Hershare.
すごいね。
He's kinda cool.
手を軽く
A snap of the finger and all of them Honkai beasts just gone.
でも
Of course, I also read that the Overseer destroyed the first Hershare a few decades ago.
彼って
This guy can be a fake,
ないよね。
right?
詳細に関しては私
I'm
も
not too
よく知らな
sure.
いわ
I only know he crafted anti-entropy and swore to fight for humanity as a Hershare.
人類ただ
But I've never seen any other human members of anti-entropy since I became a Valkyrie.
あるの
操縦士も
Looks like these pilots are not interested in getting some fresh air. Wait, what if he attacks us?
人類のために
He's a Hershare as well, right? He can turn on us at any moment.
そう言わないで
You just saved our lives, Kiana.
さっき
この違和感は。
Bronya is beginning to suspect things as well.
ブロニャお姉ちゃん
Bronya, something doesn't feel right about this world.
変わってる聖フレイヤ学園とも
It's not like St. Freya or the orphanage. This world feels
この世界は
dangerous.
怖がらないでくださ
Do
い。
not fear, Bronya. Bronya will always protect Seele.
を守りま
おしゃべりはここまでにして
We've talked long
前に
enough.
進みましょう
Time to move forward.
つまんない
Looks like we can only go this way.
早く出てきなさい出ないと全部
Whoa,
壊しち
the
ゃうわよ
huge Honkai beast. That Honkai beast is huge
すぐに
and dead.
帰還できなくなったわね
Alright.
デザインジャッジグングニールファイヤー私の番ね
Jeez, this thing just does not want to die. Ow.
私の出番よ
Thanks, motorcycle. It was real nice of you to just fucking drive by there. This is why I hate motorcycles. They're always assholes that drive them. God. I don't even know if the mic picked that up, but it was loud as hell for me.
反応は全て消失律師の従者は
My scanners aren't
下
picking
にいた
anything. Picking up anything. The second Hersher is now defenseless.
第二律者め
Oh, that smug Hersher has run out of goons. Time to settle the score now.
待って
Wait, sensors registered a massive Honkai energy spike in the middle of the battlefield.
空の律者ともあろうものが
The almighty Hersher avoid, laid low by puny humans.
だがそれはどうでも
It
いい
doesn't matter anymore.
その力
Your power
俺が使わ
will be mine. Well, who could have saw that coming?
大勝利
Bronya stepped into the last bubble universe and entered the charred battlefields of the Second Honkai War. Skishu launched the final offense against the Hersher of Void. Whoop. Well Yang, the sovereign of anti-entropy, came to their aid with an army of mechs. With the exception of Kiana and Mei, the war felt similar to what happened in the real world, but Bronya felt something was amiss. It's called Welt took the power of the second Hersher. Okay. Oh wow, it's been another hour, huh?
第一律者
Hmm?
一体
What
何を
is
する気
what is the first Hersher doing? We need to leave now. Something has happened.
理に走って
Fight or flight response. The most primitive but powerful animal instinct.
逃げろ
Flee then.
あの時
I fled before, like a wounded beast, doing whatever I could to survive.
ただ
But you have nowhere else to run.
ロックト&ローデット
Yeah, this doesn't seem good, that's for sure.
ショータイムが始まった私の番ね
Ooh, that seems to be doing a lot of damage. That's pretty nice. Ow.
制約な十字架の使い道を知っているかしらグングニールファイヤー
Even her ult doesn't do very much damage.
私を終わらせる危ない
Ow. Alright, time to kill this mech and see what the second Hirsch, or the first Hersher has in store for us. More robots? Appears to be the case. It sounds like it's doing a lot, but it's not really doing that much damage, unfortunately. You stay back in particular. Ow. Oh, that one hasn't died yet. Now it's dead.
ボイドエクスプロージョン。
私の番ね。ディバインジャッジ。
These mechs just do not want to die. They just put up the most annoying fights. No, no attacky. That seems bad. Seems to take a while for it to explode at least. Alright, now they should be pretty well stun locked. Oh, there's something else coming. That's a pretty big mech. Ooh, that did a lot. Yeah, that's definitely the Hersher, I see him. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh, man, this thing would probably hit like a truck if I let it hit me. Too bad I'm gonna just leave it stun locked forever. So how are you guys doing today? As I just stun locked this robot into oblivion. Hopefully your day is going, or your week I should say, since it's the only stream this week. Hopefully your week is doing better than mine. Jesus, this... I almost feel bad for him if he wasn't trying to, like, brutally murder me. Oh, okay, no, he's not free. He's still... Oh, oh. He's free, he's free, he's free. Get out. He's very much free. Could you stop trying to kill me? That would be... Ow. Nice. We're being overwhelmed. These stupid mechs. They just keep coming and coming. Is this guy creating them out of thin air? You gotta be kidding me. Engagement is not advised. Bronya suggests breaking out and seek refuge at a safe location.
ひとまずバビロン
We'll go to Babylon Labs.
あそこの地形なら
The indoor corridors and rooms can protect us against
急い
flanking.
で撤退し
We must move quickly. A powerful blast disintegrated the dark-haired Valkyrie before she could finish her words. Nothing was left for her except a small smoldering crater. Something emerged from the smoke. It is a mech with a dull purplish glow. They were cold and hard, like steel tombstones heralding the inevitable end of the Valkyries. What? Did she just...
急ぎましょう
We have to go.
私の出番よ。私に顔
Holy shit. Like, I know it's a fake May, but still, they just fucking obliterated her. Holy shit. Jesus. Human forces and firepower defeated the Void Queen, but the Valkyries found themselves attacked by AE forces. Welt betrayed everyone and seized the Void's powers for himself. Nobody knew if Welt fights for humanity or simply became a Herrscher bent on destroying the human world. Well then. Well, we got a few more missions to find out. The mechs did not follow. The first Herrscher was focused on something else. Bronya will attempt to contact the other squads for reinforcements. Mayday! Delta Squad requests support. I repeat, request support. The first Herrscher attacked us. Attacked by anti-entropy mechs and Honkai beasts. Slaughtered. Coordinates at... Why? Why is the first Herrscher turned against humanity? Bronya fails to comprehend.
どうして
You idiot!
ないでしょ
That was a super dumb question.
律者だからよ
He's a Herrscher.
あいつの魂は
Herrschers are corrupted beyond redemption. They wear human faces to lie to us.
あいつがメイ
He
先輩を
killed
殺
May.
した
May.
メイ先輩
姉様
May.
違う
Welt and
何か
Kiana,
が違います
and even May, are not behaving like their real world
らしくありま
counterparts.
せんこの世界は
This world is dangerous, unstable, and filled with disorder.
ブローニャお姉ちゃん
Bronya. Seele. Seele sat in a corner. Blood flowed down her arm from a shoulder wound.
大丈夫ですゼーレ
This is only a flesh wound. Bronya shall apply first aid. May,
あの人
she's dead.
ゼーレ
Do not think about
そ
it,
う考え
Seele.
ないでくだ
Bronya gave the trembling girl a tight hug to console her. Explosions lit the heavens while bodies littered the earth. The battlefield was too much for Seele. She's still a shy little girl who hides in the toy chest when scared. But she's doing her best to stay strong and not let Bronya down.
あと少しです
It will be
こ
over
れが
soon.
最後の世界
This
で
is the final world.
もうすぐ
Bronya will take you away from this place.
あなたを連れて
We will
現実
return
に
to
戻り
reality.
一緒に学
We
園
can
に
go
通
to
って
classes, theme parks, and beach. We
海に
made a promise.
ブローニャは
Bronya is here to live up to that promise we made.
ブローニャお姉ちゃん
Thank you, Bronya.
ありがとう
I'm alright now.
あれ
Strange.
急に
It
静かに
became so
なった
quiet all of a sudden.
キアナ
Yana. Bronya scanned the surroundings. The two girls were the only ones left in the room.
何かがおかしいです
Abnormality detected.
ゼーレ
Seele,
ブローニャから
stay
離れない
close
で
to
ください
Bronya.
ブローニャ
Okay,
お姉ちゃん
Bronya.
眠いここで少し寝てもいい
Seems suspicious. Seems like bad things are going to happen.
私の番ね
Bronya And knock them over and juggle them about. Okay, that's at least one of them down. And it looks like this one might be combo locked as well. That's good because these enemies are quite a pain to deal with. Normally, I would ask for you to stop.
つまんない
Alright, just bound around the corner. Oh, Honkai beasts. Ooh, that's bad. That's real bad. Stop it, please. Jesus.
目標ボイドエクスプロージョン
I'm no longer holding it easy on you guys if you're gonna do that much damage. If you're gonna do that much damage to me, then I'm just gonna keep combo locking you until you very much die.
姉様が言っていました協力しないと勝てない
Oh, hi, shield.
発射
Okay.
つまんない
And now what?
私が制約の十字架を振り下ろしたらあんたディバインジャッジ
And now we have some mechs to deal with. Ow! Stop that, Jesus.
目標補足ファイヤー目標補足ファイヤーファイヤー射撃開始
That's right, get shot onto the ground. Oh no. Let me shoot you until you die, please. Both of you. And at least their attacks are usually pretty, I don't think I can edit these Valkyries, but maybe I can. I'm pretty sure these are like story Valkyries, because I don't have half of these Valkyries. Maybe I can change their stuff. I didn't check, actually. I just figured they were story Valkyries, because there were so many I didn't have, and they were such weird levels. Because my steel A is like level 50 and this one's 30 for some reason. So, I feel like they're just making it very difficult on me.
エクスプロージョン
Another one of these mechs. Stay away, stay away, stay away, stay away. Ooh, that was close. Oh no, it still hit me. Jesus. These shield guys are getting on my nerves. Come on, just try your thing. I'll shoot you full of a laser. I don't know where he just ran off to. Put another shield down. I don't know how he actually missed me there. Well, he's almost dead, so this shouldn't be too much more difficult. Except now he always has a shield in front of him, so that's a really big pain. No, 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 no. Come here.
制約の十字架の使い道を知っているかしら。
目標ファイヤー。目標
How did that not hit?
ファイヤー。
私
Okay, almost, almost. The Ressa is really the only way to get through these levels, I feel. Whoop. No, no, no. Don't get overconfident. There's still more, holy Jesus.
ディバインジャッジ
Gather them up and strike them down.
ダメです。敵の
Yet,
数が多すぎ
large number of incoming
走
hostiles.
りましょう。
Seele, leave this place now.
ゼーレ
Seele? Bronya tried to look for Seele while fighting the mechs, but a sharp pain knocked her to the ground. Glowing purple veins spread across her arms and bloomed like flowers of a twisted vine. Though her emotive centers were burnt out, Bronya could still feel her heart racing. She received an affliction worse than death. Seele, run.
走らない。
Hmm.
大勝利
Things seem to be coming to a head. Ooh! Dark Bronya. I don't remember her name. One Bronya, 8,000.
ブローニャは
What's happening to Bronya? Seele. Where are you, Seele?
どこ
君まだ
Interesting.
思考できる
Your mind remained
うん
human.
面白い
I'm very intrigued.
おめでとうバルキリー
Congratulations, Valkyrie.
君は第二次
You survived the second eruption.
ゼーレというのは誰だ
You don't know who Seele. I don't know who Seele is, but it no longer matters.
君一人だ
You were the sole survivor. What are you saying?
前線のバルキリ
All of the Valkyries at the front
後方の支援部
and
隊といい
other personnel in the rear
全て死んでいった
are all dead.
俺が天命
I
を
destroyed Skishel.
あなたが
You killed them? You killed Seele?
殺したの。
君の目から
I see surprise, sorrow, and
そ
hatred
して
in
憎
your
しみが
eyes.
感じ取れる
I've felt those feelings before.
俺のようだあ
You must be
あ君
someone
にとって
important to
彼
you.
女は大事な人なんだね
Good. You must remember this moment.
今の憎しみ
Hatred, loss, despair.
それらは
They are the
全てを
pillars
支
of
える
true
柱だ
power.
もっと
どうして
Please, tell Brionia for your reasons for doing this.
これが
It is my
俺の
destiny.
使命だからベルト・ジョイスという
A man named Welt Joyce gave me my destiny in 1955. Anti-entropy was founded in 1955.
創立されたと。
いや
No, anti-entropy was destroyed in 1955.
ベルト・ジョイス
Welt Joyce, Literal Albert Einstein,
フレデリ
Frederick Nikola Tesla,
エ
Emma
プラン
Planck,
エルヴィン
Erwin
シュレー
Schrödinger.
その名前は
I
全部
remembered all of their names.
覚える
That was the only thing I could do.
俺のみんな
Skishel Valkyries killed them one by
天命
one.
のバルキリー
I ran away in shame,
怖がっている
like a terrified, wretched little rat. He calmly narrated the tale as though he was wholly detached from it. But the calmness was a facade for something dark and terrible.
ネゲントロピーが
Anti-entropy was destroyed.
光の見えない
I will always dream of him in dark, moonless nights.
男の血の中に倒れ
Again and again I dreamed. He laid in a pool of his own blood. He gave his name and the core.
最後
Now I have finally returned, bearing his name and fulfilling his wish of fighting for humanity.
天命を滅ぼす
Destroying Skishel has little to do with fighting for
あな
humanity.
たの言う人類あなたは
Welt has only reproduced the tragedy of Antrantipe. Being a victim is no excuse for Welt to murder. The founders of AE would never consent to what Welt has done. Huh. I guess you're right. They were weak and soft like that. The Skishel destroyed what we had. They still had their hatred aside to fight for their beliefs. And they paid dearly for it. I bear the name Welt and his might. I am the enforcer of his powers and vision. I have nothing under this name. I am a mere shadow, playing the roles of a dead man. Why must I play the role of a tragic and failed hero? Bursts of blood erupted from the man. The broken body could hardly sustain his powers. His voice became more emotional. That's right. I slew the Hershura Void. I saved this world. I achieved what that man couldn't. I have surpassed him. Welt has lost his mind. I am not mad. I have conquered Welt. A monstrous war machine suddenly appeared next to the Hershura. His gaze were clouded by mad hatred. This is my true power, my final decision, my grand vision. This is what I'm supposed to be. Alright. That's a big robot. Metal Gear. Please do not shoot me with your lasers. Oh, no. Ow. Doing some decent damage. Ow. Those little piddly beams are getting me though. Ooh, that was close. That could have hurt a lot. Ow, ow. Please stop shooting me. Okay. I'm actually not sure what Black Nucleus's ult is since I don't have her normally. So let's just... Okay. That's pretty dope. Also did a lot of damage. Alright, that actually wasn't too bad. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. The armored vehicle exploded into a fiery wreck and the violent backfire tore Welt apart. Enough! Kneel! Crimson Star of Eden floated above his palm. A gravity tsunami came hurling towards Bronya. You have no right to judge me! You hate me because I've killed your friends. Hatred drives us both. But the Valkyrie continued to press forward. Bronya is unable to hate. Bronya identifies self-hatred and pity in you. Bronya sees your fear and cowardice. Cowardice? Fool! I am stronger than any being in existence. Yet, Bronya has seen a stronger soul. She stood against the impending cataclysm. Though the skies darkened with roiling storms, she kept her head high with a fierce fighting spirit. She was just an ordinary girl, and just as confused and lost. But she endured pain and sorrow. Bronya knew that she will take up the responsibility, no matter what, no matter how hard it is. She was the Valkyrie who defended hope when everyone thought it was lost. I don't understand a thing you said. Yet, you do not. You are a vile and despicable thing. Bronya is not you, and will never become you. You do not deserve the name of Welt. Shut up! You know nothing about Welt, about me! Star of Eden, tear her apart! The trembling orb did not respond. It felt like a lifeless thing, as if drawn to Bronya's reaching hands. It stopped in front of her. A young, gentle voice suddenly whispered in Bronya's ear. You have found the answer, Bronya. Impossible. The Bronya knows more than you. Star of Eden, Zeroth power. Unleashed. Bronya. She has succeeded. The world is collapsing. We are only a step away from success. Seele, you know what to do. Yet, I cannot do it. Bronya will never agree. I will never hurt Bronya. Do not forget the one who granted us our powers, Seele. We are completely at its mercy. Do you feel like returning to the void? I trust in Bronya. Trust in Bronya? Even after so many years, you have remained soft, hesitant, weak. You cannot protect Bronya if you cannot safeguard your own existence. What are you doing? Yeah, let me go. Thank you, Seele. I appreciate the way you played your part. I'm running this show from now on. Well, it looks like whatever's inside Seele finally took over fully. Skishul killed every founder and AE in this world. Joachim was the only survivor. He inherited his hero's name and grew up in fear and terror. Nobody knew how he survived or why he fought. It seemed that he himself never knew the answer. The Star of Eden made its choice. Bronya summoned a giant black hole to engulf herself and the Hershir, thus ending the bubble universe of fear and despair. Meanwhile, someone began to move in secret. And extra missions. Oh, it looks like we have to do the extra missions to progress. Oh no, there is a little bit more. Okay. Didn't realize there was more. Okay. Alright, so there's 3 more levels. Yeah, we can get through this and then take a break. Alright. I am running low on water though. Alright. At least one Bronya and do some damage. Okie shouldn't be a problem. The maze has disappeared. The Hershir of Reason's core. Thank goodness you're alright, Seele. Huh? I'm fine. You're finally here, Bronya. Is this the core belonging to the Hershir of Reason? I never thought it would look like this. This will help us return to the real world, Bronya. Yet, you are not Seele. Who are you? What did you do to Seele? Bronya, it's me. Don't you know me anymore? To be honest, This is indeed the first time we've met. I'll introduce myself. I'm the symbiote living within her. Another side of her personality. Another side? Bronya does not understand. Return Seele at once. I understand your wish to protect Seele. Don't worry, we are one. I'll never hurt my host. But I do know the way to save her. Please, give me the core of reason to help Seele and I'll return to the real world. Yet, Bronya will utilize the Eye of the Deep to take Seele home. It won't work. Seele, well, she's part of the sea. X10 gave her the power to warp between dimensions, but it was too much for her body to take. We both know that. You lack the means to save her. But I have some good news for you. Seele isn't here by coincidence. Do you know why? Want to know why? Oh no. I remember a cold, dark, and empty room with a tightly shut door. I was trapped in there for what seemed like an eternity. Then the door suddenly opened and light poured in. I always wanted to escape and find you, Bronya, so I ran off into the light. I can't remember the rest. I woke up in this world when I regained awareness. Someone saved us, but it came at a price. We drifted in the void. We tried to leave, but we kept failing. It felt like it would never end until one day. A voice called to us from the darkness. A voice? I don't know who it is. Seele doesn't know either. But it promised to help us leave. It promised to take us from the Sea of Quanta and return to the real world. It only demanded one thing. It wanted us to find the core of reason and remove the barrier between the sea and reality. We cannot accept this request. Bronya can only think of one entity with such power and such motivation. You must stop. We cannot help the serpent bring down the barrier. Stop me? Why? I don't understand. It saved us. Without its help, I wouldn't be here talking to you. It promised to create a world where Seele can live in. A world without Honkai, where you and Seele can live happily ever after. The serpent is merely deceiving and manipulating Seele to break free from the Sea of Quanta. You wouldn't understand. It's too dark and cold, and we've been trapped here for too long. We didn't want its help at first, but we had no choice. I want to leave. And I won't let anyone stop me. Not even you, Bronya. I'm gonna stay as far away from that as possible. Oh geez, you're fast. Ow! You clipped my back. That was a little close. I would rather not get close to Seele. Ow, 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 ow. And she really hits hard. Is this what I've been doing to people? Ow, ow. Okay, she doesn't do very much to her. Yikes. No, 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 Seele, you stay over there. Oh, that's not good. Ow! She just does not stop.
細く
Okay, I think I've almost got this. Just a few more. Oop, shots.
ファイヤー爆撃開始目標補足
Okay.
しまった
Net.
眠って
Sleep, Brionia.
次に目
When you wake up,
すべてが
everything will be over.
任務完了待機モードに移行
Oh, really? I never did 8,000 damage within 3 seconds? That's weird. Oh well. We'll try to do that later. Oh. I have to do the extra missions. That's weird. Okay. Brionia was close to the core of the first Hershire when Seele appeared. A crimson glint flashed across Seele's eyes. Brionia didn't expect that the serpent found Seele first in the Sea of Quanta and led her alter ego astray. Seele's very existence became a bargaining chip in the hands of the sinister force. It was dark, it was silent, and the air was still. There was nothing except a yawning void, an endless gap. The girl fell into the gaping abyss. What happened? She scarcely remembered who she fought. The battle tore at her heart and deepened her sorrows. She couldn't feel anything. Time itself seemed ephemeral. Confusion, loss, and guilt, these emotions swamped her in a bleak darkness.
ブローニャ
Brionia. A spark rippled across the dark void like a tear splashing into a serene pond. Something, someone, called out to her from the distant light.
ブローニャ
Brionia,
誰
who are you? The voice felt strange yet familiar at the same time. Brionia reached for the light. She saw a faint figure flickering in the brightness.
オアヒム
Joachim. The light grew stronger and illuminated her entire world. What is this place? I'll always be by Brionia's side, just like how we were when you were always by mine. Brionia, I heard that you had a bad experience before coming here. But put it all behind you, dear. Relax, and treat this place as your home. Treat us as your family.
目標補足ファイヤー射撃開始
善か悪かだけで
Right and wrong doesn't answer every question in the world.
理屈は分かっている
We all know how it
なかなか
works,
手放せない時は多々ある
but
わ
we can't just bring ourselves to do it.
私がその立
I
場だ
don't think any one of us knows how to leave it all behind. You're not doing this for others, you're doing it for yourself.
補足ファイヤー目標ファイヤーファイヤー
俺は君の大事な人を
You hate me because I killed your friends.
俺たちには
Hatred drives both of us.
ブローニャは
Brionia is not you, and you will never become you.
目標
I will never become you.
ファイヤー
Yeah, cannot read. There are 3 steps in our lives.
君は特別だね
You passed the temp.
君の過去は
Your past has
この
tempered
も
you.
のとは違う
You will not.
それが君の
You're resilient. Your will and resilience is far beyond.
あなたは過去を乗り越え自分
You
の
will
道
walk down your past and find a way. I believe in you, Brionia.
未来であなたが優秀なバル
You will soon become an excellent Valkyrie.
ァイヤー目標遅けファイヤー目標ファイヤーコスモスブレイク目標遅けファイヤー目標ファイヤー目標ファイヤー
Warm light showered on the image of this bubble universe and Brionia herself.
ブローニャどこへ
Where are you going, Brionia?
漁師の海で
The Sea of Contra.
みんなが
They are waiting for Brionia. Seele is waiting for Brionia.
ブローニャは
Brionia must complete her mission.
果たさなければブローニャは
Brionia must go to the deep end of the sea. Brionia struggled to use her legs and ran off into the light.
行くんだ
Then let's go, Brionia.
未来への道
The
は
path to the future is now open to you.
任務完了待機モードに移行
Okay. Alright.
よーしそんな好き勝手して私がいる
What? What's that power?
私の番ねへいやっやっへい
Oh, well, this is one way a fight can go.
その力
What is that power?
どうして止める
Why are you trying to stop me, Brionia?
私が失敗したら
Seele will be trapped in the void if I fail.
彼がその気にな
The
る
serpent can throw you into the Sea of Quanta anytime it wishes. It does not offer freedom.
ゼーレを現実に
Brionia made a promise to return Seele to
約
reality.
束しましたからこそ
Brionia refuses to let you entrust your lives to the
手に任せる
serpent.
ことはできるブローニャは
Brionia will rescue Seele on her
ゼ
own.
ーレをブローニャは
Brionia will live up to her promise.
本当は
I'm not going back there. I'm never ever going back into the void.
でも
But Seele, she said she's willing to wait.
まあ言ったわ
I can't fight against my host. Seele collapsed onto the ground. The red glare in her eyes faded. This dimension began to shake violently.
どうやら
The serpent's spawn is coming. A grotesque hand stretches out from the abyss. It was the monster that Bronya had fought at the deep. Careful! Seele! A dark wave crashed onto Seele and swallowed her whole. She couldn't save her. Brionia could only stare as the dark roiling waters pulled her away. Her ocean as her eyes were just how Brionia remembered them to be.
ゼーレは
I always believe in you, Brionia. Hi.
理系は何景色を見てる暇はない何かいい作戦でも思いついたやっ影分身シュッせい了解です艦長せい
I kinda wish I brought Brionia now.
私の番ねへいやっやっ私の番ね
アイスストームトルネード
Please die, talk.
私の番ね。やはっディバインジャッジ。
Okay. The monster writhed in pain and fell into the endless maelstrom. A dark tide subsided as well. Seele fell to the ground. Her body gave off a faint bluish glow like a pristine yet fragile gem. Light particles dissipated from the gem. The fluttering blue butterfly settled on Brionya's fingertips. She supported her broken body and trudged towards the Herrscher core. The sea flickered with images of from multiple bubble universes. Brionya felt as though she traveled across them. Everything felt like a dream. Everything was real at some point. Her steps became more and more labored, but she will continue to trudge down her path.
ここが漁師の海。これが
The core of reason is here.
ブローニャ。
Seele,
どこにいるの？
the Bronya
セーレ。
is coming for you.
必ず
Can't move. The core. It's losing control. Seele?
to the heaven I dream. There's no exception in this library, for I know I will always go with you. So my wings feel faster and to memory. I will try how to soar to the heaven I dream. There's no exception in this library, for I know I will always go with you.ゼーレ